Good morning, YouTube. Shane here. I'm going to bring you a quick video today about my new 2023 Toyota Camry XSE. Specifically a quick video about my initial driving impressions for those who are in the market for shopping for one. It's been a cool ride so far. I've taken it on 2 trips over 100 miles, and I've got some thoughts for you guys. Let's get right into it. And as a brief refresher, this is my 2023 Camry XSE. Windows recently tinted, super cool car. Let's head on to the inside. Oh, now I have to tell you, one of the first things that initially drew me to this car was class leader, Lexus-like quality, well-appointed interior, nicely laid out, V6, and it reminded me a lot of my Lexus GS 350. All right, so remember, these are my initial thoughts. This is not a full review of the Camry XSE V6. That will come later. These are those thoughts after you sort of get through the honeymoon phase and you buy the car and then you live with it for a couple of weeks, and that's where we're at right now. Now, I'll tell you, I've learned a few things about this car. One is, and this is really more about just the driving experience and maybe some of the interior, is it actually has a higher seating position. My wife has a Toyota Highlander. It's the same thing. Although I've got headroom, and you can see I'm almost 6'4", I still have headroom. It's got this beautiful panoramic sunroof. I feel like I need to go down just a little bit more, maybe like an inch and a half.
That's what she said.
That being said, I'm not complaining about it. It just seems like I want to go down a little bit. And even in the Honda Accord and the Honda Civic, seating positions a little bit lower. Now, I have no complaints about the actual seats. The bolstering is nice, the quality is nice, the ventilated and heating seats are super nice. And actually, a lot of these ventilated seats are just a button and you go, cool, I have it. These actually cool your backside real nice. And same with the heating. And it's one thing about Toyota that I've really come to enjoy, especially with the Highlander and the Honda, I have to say, is their air conditioning blows ice cold air real nice, almost instantaneously. Now, so more about the driving impressions. I love the heads-up display, although with sunglasses it can be hard to see. Otherwise, it's pretty clear. Right now I'm looking at a display that has the compass, miles per hour, and then it's got RPMs across the bottom. I can't shift where that's at, but it seems to be centered okay, and you can adjust the brightness. I love the layout of the interior in terms of accessibility. The screen is clear, it's responsive, it's simple design, it's actually very classy, and like I said in my intro, it reminds me a lot of the Lexus GS 350. Now, I will tell you the most striking difference between this and the Honda Accord is how quiet, sorry guys, I'm trying to get across the street, how quiet the interior is. It is so quiet. The Accord, a lot of road noise. And at the time I was like, yeah, it's not pervasive and, you know, distracting, and it still isn't. But what a striking difference between this and the Honda, and it gives you a sense of a higher level of quality in terms of the interior cabin and road noise. Very Lexus-like. Good job, Toyota, on that. The V6, so smooth, so buttery. Everything they said about it in the reviews. Quiet, responsive, quick. And it's not one of these that you step on it and it snaps your head back. It kind of whooshes you through this naturally aspirated, nice torque curve. 301 horsepower, 268-ish something foot-pounds of torque. Plenty of power, never searching for gears. In fact, sometimes you don't even feel the gear changes. So 2 initial, very highly satisfying qualities. The ride quality interior, just cabin quietness, no creaks, no whistles, and the V6 super smooth. I love the steering wheel. The paddle shifters are actually reasonably quick. I'm not going to be using the paddle shifters a lot. I used them in my Scat Pack. I love the snap and burble and driving with those. But in this particular car, I mean, I may use them, but it's not the primary purpose of it. I also sat in the back yesterday, all the way home from about an hour drive, perfectly comfortable. I love the rear air. Had no issues with knee or headroom in the back. Now I will touch upon just one thing that I have noticed a little bit of an issue is the JBL sound system, and as I've Googled this on a forum, this seems to be an issue. The rear subwoofer actually puts out a pretty good amount of bass. It reminds me of the Scat Pack Harman Kardon system scaled down just a little bit in terms of boominess. It rattles the rear deck. So the deck up against the window and at higher volumes. And so I've read that some people put some foam or something back there. At lower volumes, not an issue. I'm not worried about that. That seems to be the same issue with the Honda Accord Touring. People say it'll rattle the rear deck. You know, Toyota, Honda, figure that out. Get a better system in place, or at least secure the deck lid. Now, the other issue I never touched upon is I've got this new feature where there's a camera attached to my windshield, and you can actually record. It's meant for like recording accidents, or you bump into somebody, they rear end you, road rage, something like that. You can hit the action button, record. It's a cool feature, and I think you can then just upload it to your phone in case you need to. I hope I never have to use that. Otherwise, I did have a little trouble programming my garage door opener, but in terms of just overall driving impression, I can go 80 miles an hour. This thing is like 2,000 RPMs. It is smooth, it is quiet. You've got to be careful because you just kind of float along at this Lexus-like quality. The suspension is super nice, but it's not soft and bouncy. It's firm enough. When you put it into sport mode, I don't think there's any change in the suspension, but that's okay because it's really, really nice, just ride quality to begin with. So that is my initial driving impression. I will bring you a full, probably 1 year review, exterior, interior, just, you know, issues that I've had. But so far I've got 582 miles. I couldn't be more happy with my purchase. I think it was meant to be in terms of timing. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your feedback. And I hope that those of you that are out there with your Camrys, enjoy them. And that is that. Wrapping up another video from Shane. Guys Talking Cars. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys subscribing, tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.